Hi there, God bless you. I'm Karine, and this is The Supportive Environment. Today, I want to talk about our nervous system. And more specifically, I want to talk about our parasympathetic and our sympathetic nervous system. Are you the kind of person who gets flustered or stressed out easily? Or maybe it's not that you get stressed out easily, but that there is so much going on that your body is stressed out. It's overloaded with stress. Or are you the type of person who stays calm no matter what? You stay calm when there are rude people that you know deserve a proper answer. You just take the better road and decide to not even argue or answer because there is no point on it, on you becoming stressed over nonsense. What kind of person are you? What is your personality type when it comes to how you handle the day-to-day activities, the day-to-day tasks, the day-to-day responsibilities? Do you handle them gracefully, or are you feeling stressed out constantly? Are you feeling that your heart rate raises for no particular reason? You are not working out, you are not running, you are not sprinting, but you feel that your heart rate is just beating way too fast. And it's most likely because of the thoughts that you are thinking, that you're having. Well, that's exactly what I want to talk about today. And I am no expert in the nervous system, but what I am is a person, a human, and I've been through different stages in life. I've been through stages of a lot of calmness, and I've been through stages of a lot of stress. And I also I have enough experience personally and also in the professional sector, because before becoming a stay-at-home mom, I was a corporate girl. I was a corporate woman. I managed a very large team. I worked in the hospitality industry, in the hotel industry. And in New York City, I constantly had to be solving guest problems, looking forward to guest satisfaction. And I have to say this, I never thought of my job as stressful. I never thought of my job as being stressful. But what I can say is that I loved what I was doing. I loved working with guests, working with people, turning them around into satisfied customers. Working in this industry, I learned to distinguish the true, genuine guests that complained from the fake ones that really just wanted something. They wanted to complain so that they could get something in return. And so I learned to be able to discern and to perceive and to understand guests at a deeper level, working with them so regularly. But talking about stress, I cannot say that that particular area affected me. However, what I can say is that when you are constantly working with people, or it could be also in your personal life, surrounded by negativity, it definitely makes a difference. There are people who they can look at the same problem with very different outlooks. And I've encountered that as well. And it is so refreshing, the people who focus on solutions instead of complaining and whining and nagging and complaining and whining and nagging. But it is so refreshing and so energizing when you work with people who focus on solution and, okay, what are we learning from this so that we don't make the same mistake again. So while I am here on this beautiful morning reading my Bible, I did my stretches, and now I'm reading my Bible. And in the Bible, I read, because I read it on a daily basis. And I read about so many challenges that prophets and different leaders they had. And the Bible also tells the story of how these leaders and prophets handle the situations when they were in tough times or in difficult times or in stressful times, as well as when they were in the good times. And first of all, those that did not depart from God, they were blessed. They encountered a lot of challenges, but they had the help of God. They were able to overcome. However, even those that were wise and doing the right thing when they were with God, once they departed away from God and started doing wicked things did not start going very well for them. And so they started losing blessings and they started becoming stressed out. And so for anything that you handle in life, whether it is at work, in a very high stress market or area of expertise, or whether it is at home, whether you are by yourself, live by yourself, or with a number of people, I will tell you that developing a relationship with God is a game changer, and it's going to help you to calm down your nervous system, even if your nervous system is a sympathetic nervous system. So we have the central nervous system, and in our system we have the parasympathetic nervous system and also the sympathetic nervous system. Now, one of those is dominant in each person, in each person's body. Some people, their dominant nervous system is the parasympathetic. They stay calm no matter what, and it's very easy for them to stay calm because that's their nature. And then there are people whose dominant nervous system is the sympathetic nervous system. And you hear the word sympathetic and you think like, oh, sympathetic, so that's good. Well, when it comes to the nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system is actually, when that wing is the dominant, is actually better. We want the parasympathetic nervous system to be the dominant because the sympathetic nervous system can get it's very reactive and it can burst. However, I'm still fairly new in this topic, in this learning, and I based on based on my own body, my own experience, I can say there are also great benefits in having a dominant sympathetic nervous system. However, if we do not know, if we don't have this understanding of how our nervous system works, and we are constantly letting our sympathetic nervous system run the show, for those of us who may carry, who may have a dominant nervous, a dominant sympathetic nervous system, if we let the sympathetic nervous system run the show all the time, that is not good. So I am learning ways of how I can have my sympathetic system. I don't know if it's my sympathetic system that I'm training to mimic the parasympathetic nervous system, but with this information that I am learning about how the nervous system works, I say to myself, okay, I want my system to behave more as a parasympathetic nervous system. Why? Because the parasympathetic nervous system helps you to stay healthy, helps you not to get stress overload. Stress overload is not good for you, it's not good for your body. It makes you sick physically, emotionally, it drains your energy. Not to mention also spiritually. So I actually am practicing. I understand how my nervous system, my sympathetic nervous system, which is the dominant one, wants to react sometimes and wants to sometimes just stress out or take control or handle things, because I am a problem solver. Like that's something that it's natural in me. I focus on problem solving, and sometimes I just want to solve every situation, but sometimes there are things that we have to let go, because we cannot solve everything all the time. We have to pick and choose. And there are some things that we have to consider the pros and cons. And if it's not worth it getting into a stress to and get our sympathetic nervous system activated, then then why even bother? And so when my system wants to be triggered by, let's say, a rude person, or by an environment where it just doesn't feel very comfortable, what I'm doing, so first of all, I pray a lot. I read the Bible. God is working in me in tremendous way through this, through prayer and through the Bible. God helps me to calm down, to have peace, and to let go the things that I cannot control. Many times we think that we can fix people, but we are not God. Only God really is the one who fixes people, is the one who heals people. Even if God uses us to heal people, to help people, it is God who is doing it. And we have to rest assured in that peace, in that calmness of God. When we start getting so stressed out, it is because we as human are the one who want to fix the problem instead of praying and letting God use us, if God wants to use us, to solve the problem. So this is a work in progress. I'm working in this area, but it's working tremendously in my life. Bringing things, giving it to God, understanding when my sympathetic nervous system wants to kick in, which can be more often than I would like it to. But because I understand my body and my system, I know when my system is trying to do this, and I tell it to calm down. And how do I tell it to calm down? I don't say, hey, sympathetic nervous system, calm down. Although I can say that because you know what? You are like becoming aware and you are voicing it. But what I do most of the time, I start taking deep breaths and I put my hand on my chest where I think my heart is. And I just start breathing, taking deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And this is working in a beautiful and amazing way. It's helping me to be wiser, and it's helping me not to be triggered. It's helping my sympathetic nervous system not to be triggered by nonsense. It's letting go of the nonsense. And this takes practice. I'm still working on this. I'm not perfect. There are times that I still get stressed for things that are very minimal, that I shouldn't be getting stressed. But I am doing so much better because I am recognizing it. And I am practicing doing this exercise continuously, and it's helping me. And I know my nervous system is happy with what I'm doing. This is what I wanted to share with you in this video. I hope you find ways to stay calm in any situation, because staying calm helps you to actually focus on the solution. Till next time, God bless you.